decided to look into what goes on when working horses are retired, and we discovered that it's actually very horrible. We decided we would try to create something sustainable for a retirement sanctuary for working horses that needed this type of help. I'm in the work of helping save horses that have been given up on, trying to give them another opportunity, another chance at life. And many times, you know, just because there's not a solution for them medically, there's nothing anybody can do, and you run into these dead ends, but you know the spirit of this animal wants to live on and has so much to share. STEMEQU is an incredible product and opportunity for our horses everywhere. Duke was a former pulling horse. Maybe you've seen these horses in fairs. They're the ones that pull the thousands of pounds of weight with their team partner. Well, Duke was doing that job when he suffered an injury to his back right leg. And while he was recovering from that injury, he developed what's called shivers and string halt. And it can be very, very debilitating, and later it can end up ending their life early. Well, we decided to put him on the stem cell research because we felt like if something could be improved in his condition, it would help thousands of horses, because so many of these big giraffes suffer from this kind of this chronic condition.
His muscular symptoms got so much better.
The fact that he's even stood here this long, that's all kicking flies, that's wrong.
It's not the same horse, it really isn't.
So now we see this side of him that is really wonderful, and I've actually been able to find I believe, a really good home for him. I'm really excited about Duke. I'm excited for him, and he's a young horse. He's only 9. He has a whole lifetime ahead of him, and there's a lot of good things he can do still and wants to do. So it's a good thing for him. Peg. She was one of our first rescues here. Peg right now is a 3.5-year-old Irish sport horse, pure blood Irish sport horse, bred in a stable that way. She was born with salmonella. She ended up surviving that, and then in her first day turned out, had her tail eaten off. So she has some normal disabilities from not having a tail. And she's very accident prone, so she gets into a lot of things. And she's had a chronic infection that kept occurring in her back leg. So we thought if anyone could use a trial, it would be Peg. So we put her on the study. Just using the stem cell product, she came through perfectly. It's made remarkable improvements. And it seems to me that her overall personality is better. So we're very excited about that, because Peg is a baby. We'd like for her to grow into her fullness. Connor came to us in the last winter, and from what I understand, he came up lame. They had his feet x-rayed and discovered that he had very serious ring bone, which is a kind of arthritis in his bone joints. So we figured he would be a perfect candidate for the STEMEQU, and we put him on it, and every day he just seemed more comfortable, a little bit more comfortable. He still has his arthritis, but you saw today that he actually can trot. You couldn't have gotten that horse to trot if you scared the life out of him, because he really couldn't do it. He was in too much pain. You know, it's amazing to see his life, how it's improved, and I just hope that we can get him further through this so that he can find a home. Huey Kahn is the 4th patient we have in the STEMEQU study. Huey was my second rescue. He came to me completely crippled. He didn't even want anyone to touch him. You couldn't even touch him. He was in so much pain. His face was all contorted from the pain. He laid down 70% of the time. So Huey had canker, he was lame, he was depressed, he was all these things. The moment we put him on STEMEQU, he started to improve really rapidly.
We put him on the product and his feet have gone to normal. About 4 weeks into it, the canker went away. He had it in both feet. If you picked up his foot and tried to trim him, they would start to bleed. They were very painful. It's gone.
There's no sign of any canker or thrush or any kind of problem in his feet at all. He seemed calmer to me and more open to people touching him and picking up his feet, something he hated. He really had to be tranquilized to have his feet picked up.
You know, it's another instance we looked at it and said, well, I'm looking at other things. There's nothing else different. Everything's the same except he's on the STEMEQU product. That's all.
It's really a miracle. He has a beautiful coat. His attitude is wonderful. He actually loves being with people. He has the natural, normal, young, and curious, and personality of a sport horse now. I mean, he's a beautiful, beautiful, athletic type horse. So Huey has made, in my opinion, the biggest transformation on the STEMEQU, and we're very, very, very encouraged. Having these 4 particular horses on STEMEQU and seen how it's changed their lives, it's very moving to me. It is exactly the work I'm trying to do in the world, which is to provide a better opportunity for these horses that need us so much. It's about taking responsibility for them and giving them the best opportunities for their well-being. So I recommend these products with my whole heart, and I tell you, I see so much hopelessness in this work that I do. I see so much pain. This has been one of the brightest experiences I've had. It's given me so much hope for all of my horses that have these conditions that are chronic and unfixable, so they say. I will be a big supporter my whole life of it, and I really am grateful for having had the opportunity to have these horses receive it and to be benefited from it, and that I just hope that anybody that is dealing with a hopeless situation or feeling hopeless will give it a shot and see for themselves what this can actually do. It will change their lives in every way. Thank you.